We think sometimes that playing small will keep us safe. Playing small does not keep you safe. That actually is the worst thing you can do right now. In this economy, there is billionaires being made. If you have the ability to build something big, this is the time. And we owe it to ourselves to take. What we're going to talk about next is I want to get into the lessons that we've learned from a decade of playing the big game. And it's the big game that is only going to get bigger. That's our goal. So, what I would love to do is share with you the three big lessons that we have learned. Take them with you today and implement them in your world. So, the first lesson is it's interesting because I'm in the world of creating content. It's for me as an introvert, that is how I connect with people. That is the best way that I connect with my audience. It gives me fulfillment. It's a creative outlet for me. And that's why I also keep an eye on what content is being created. And so lately, I've been noticing a lot of content, and let me know if you're noticing it too, a lot of content around the slow life. And there's like a lot about, oh, what if I just want a simple life? And a lot of that trad wife content is coming back because I think people are just so tired from the rat race that feels like the other extreme. And so let's just oversimplify everything. That's what I hear a lot. And the biggest thing that I want to tell you is we think sometimes that playing small will keep us safe. Playing small does not keep you safe. If you look at the number of billionaires that have been created if you look at how many billionaires there were 50 years ago versus today, it's not double. It's 10x, it's 100x. Like it's an insane amount of money that's being made in this world. If you have the ability to build something big, this is the time. And we owe it to ourselves to take big action. Like we're not here to play small. We're here to play the big game. We're here to help people that are in need. And you can see the disparity is insane. There is billionaires being made. They're making more and more money. And so what I say is playing small does not keep you safe. That actually is the worst thing you can do right now. In this economy, playing small is the worst thing that we can do. I don't know how I got to crying. I'm sorry, guys. But this is the world that we're living in right now, right? And it's our job to protect our family, to build wealth, so that we can make a bigger impact. That's what it's all about. And I think it's a sham when people tell you to play small, because the people who are telling us to play small are themselves not playing small. Nobody's playing small in this world who's telling you to play small. That is not true. It's a lie. And so the big reality that has hit us over the years, and I used to have a love-hate relationship with wanting to go big. And it was always like I came from a place of burnout, and then I was like, oh, if I only have enough properties for me to not have to work. Okay, next, if we only have enough properties for Niti to not have to work. And then I realized that wanting more is not being greedy. It's truly making a bigger impact. It's wanting to pass on more wealth for your kids. It's safety. It's living your truth. And so my advice to you right now is stop believing this BS about like playing small is playing safe. It is the most unsafe thing that we can do. That is lesson one that we've learned. Second is, as you are playing that big game, remember that transformation does not happen in isolation. And we built portfolio program and then we built icons because we didn't have the community that we were looking for. So Niti and I have gone through amazing times, and they have the most profit, the most money that we've made is all because of the connections that we had. Somebody unlocked a gear for us. They introduced us to that one person that changed the game for us. And somebody unlocked something inside us that was holding us back. A mentor said something that shifted things for us, or we surrounded ourselves with people that were doing big things, that inspired us to do big things. And then when we hit roadblocks, it was communities and mentors that we didn't have that made us build these masterminds. And so when you think about what you want out of your next stage, just remember that transformation, it doesn't happen in isolation. I didn't make this quote. Transformation does not happen in isolation. Isolation is Sharon's quote. Those of you who met him at BurCon a couple years ago, he always says that time and time again. It's true. It simply is not possible for us. We're built to be in a community. We're built to be among other people who are doing big things. And if you think about the world, it's like a petri dish. And there's diseases. It's people's mindset that's like a disease. And it's very easy to catch the mindset that is negative. It's very easy to catch that because we're sitting in a petri dish here in this world. It's harder to catch the high-performing mindset. So if you have a good mindset, for other people to catch that mindset from you, it's much harder. It's much easier for you to catch their mindset. That's how the world behaves. And so put yourselves in rooms where you are not the only person thinking big. And this is, none of us come, if you came from a family that was like the big leagues and they had the right mindset and they were building big fortunes and they were breaking cycles, you wouldn't be here. So our families and our friends are not going to give us this. This is something that we have to find and build. And then the last piece is mindset is everything. And I'm an engineer. You guys know, like I'm very cynical when people talk about mindset because I always think that they're just trying to give me some Kool-Aid and there's some propaganda behind it. That's my first instinct when somebody talks about mindset. But mindset is, in fact, everything. You just have to learn it from the right person. That's the difference. And that's where I think there's a huge lack. It's all about, when I hear somebody talk about mindset without any actual steps that follow what to do with the right mindset, I always think, okay, maybe you don't know what you're talking about. And so I have this allergic reaction to people who just talk mindset. But that said, I will say over the years, I've learned that mindset is, in fact, everything. And honestly, like if I were to think about ourselves 10 years from now, we probably know a whole bunch of things that we need to be doing in the next 10 years. What we don't have is the confidence to make the right decisions, the mindset to know what the next steps should be, and to feel comfortable making those leaps and taking those risks. So those three things are the biggest lessons that we've learned. So number one, play the big game. Playing small is not being safe. That is a lie. That is not truth. Diversify your income streams. Diversify your asset classes. Transformation does not happen in isolation. And mindset is absolutely everything. Hope that helps. When you're ready to get serious, you can join us at theinvestoraccelerator.com.
It's like getting 1,000 episodes worth of information in 5 days, and it's everything you need to build your actionable plan to financial freedom and making work optional.